Hello, everyone. Welcome to another happy hour hang. Song of the Fierce. I'm so happy you made it on time. You guys, hello. Don't mind my coffee maker in the background turning off if you can hear that noise. That is my coffee maker turning off. I think it's finally done. You guys, hello. How are you? I hope you have been having a fantastic Wednesday. We have so much to get into on this live happy hour hang, you guys. We are going to be talking about Vanderpump Rules because I know we have a couple Vanderpump Rules girlies in the chat, and the season finale was last night, and it's very much giving series finale. But we're gonna discuss. We're gonna get into it. We're also gonna talk about 50 Cent, you guys. We're also gonna get into Drake and Kendrick Lamar and that whole beef because it's definitely escalating. We're also gonna talk a little bit about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. I have a Royals update for you as well. We're gonna talk about Khloe Kardashian. Then we're gonna talk about Kim and Khloe. We got a new Kardashians trailer, you guys, and it appears as though Kim and Khloe are going to be at odds this season. I don't know if I'm buying it, but we'll get into it. We're also going to talk a little bit about Selena Gomez, you guys. I have the tea on why she was not at the Met Gala because I know a lot of us were looking forward to seeing her there, possibly. And then, you guys, we got a big Taylor and Travis update because Jana Kramer, so random, is trying to come for Travis Kelce, and I'm dying because Travis Kelce is not having one single bit of it, and I love that about Travis. Definitely trying to shade him, drag him, make some questionable comments about his character, so we're going to get into that. And then, you guys, at the end, we will discuss this Hailey Bieber pregnancy rumor. Someone is claiming to have a direct source that has confirmed Hailey Bieber is pregnant. I'm still not buying it, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't fill y'all in on the tea and what people are saying and what people are claiming. We have Miss Kim saying, hi, Maddie. Hi, House of Hill family. I hope we hear about Kim K making Netflix edit the roast. WTH. Kim, you are correct. So now nobody is saying that Kim Kardashian asked for Netflix to edit out the booing. However, many people are obviously thinking that she's the one who asked them to edit it out. But if you go to watch the Tom Brady roast on Netflix now, the booing of Kim Kardashian will not be there. You can still find the clip online, but for the final cut that was uploaded to Netflix, the booing is not there. Let me see what else is going on in the chat. Rochelle, yay, finally made it to a live avid after watcher. Hey, Madison. Hello, Rochelle. I'm so happy that you made it to this live. I also want to take a second to shout out all of our after watchers. Hello, hi, how are you? Thank you for being here. I'm going to read some after watcher comments in just 1 second. Because you know, something that I love to do, especially on Wednesdays, is to read some After Watchers comments from Monday's Happy Hour Hang. That way our After Watchers can feel connected and like they are part of every single live show. Also, hello to all of our international House of Hill members. Thank you for staying up late, waking up early, doing whatever you need to do to make sure you get your dose of the tea and you are here and part of the House of Hill. So thank you so much. Also want to shout out Terry. Finally made my first live. Hi, Madison and House of Hill. Hello, Terry. I'm so happy that you're here. Cass, I see that your family is possibly being affected by the tornadoes and the storms. I am so sorry. Please know we are thinking of you and your family. You guys, there have been some crazy storms this week. So I hope that anyone who is in the path of those crazy storms is staying safe. I will say that is one thing that I do not miss about the Midwest is the tornado warnings and the tornadoes. So scary, unpredictable, and they're the absolute worst. Obviously, everywhere suffers natural disasters. Here in California, we have earthquakes and fires. It's different, but regardless, it's absolutely horrible. It is scary, and we are sending all of our prayers and positive vibes to everyone who is affected, 1,000,000%. Also, thank you guys for the compliments. Oh my, Robert, thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much. Also, Saja, thank you. I feel like my hair's just grown out a little bit. If Mama Hill was watching right now, I see Shay's in the chat. Shay, don't let Mom see. I feel like if Mama Hill saw the length of my hair right now, she'd be telling me I need to schedule a haircut. But I think it's just that my hair's a little bit longer and I'm wearing it straight right now. I really rarely wear my hair straight, but I don't know. Today I was kind of feeling it. So I like woke up with it straight and I was like, I think I'm just going to roll with it. So thank you guys for the compliments. I also think I've been doing my, 30 minutes of movement. I've been doing good this week on our House of Hill fitness challenge, and I've been getting a little sun. So I feel like that's also probably what you guys are saying. Like just a little natural vitamin D always makes us feel that much better. You know what I mean? It always just helps give you that little extra chutzpah that you needed. Let's see who else we have in the chat. I see you guys talking about the Biebers. Thank you, Jessica, saying that you dig it straight. Lisa, hi, Madison. We've been moving together, and thank you for helping me while I grieve the loss of my mom. Lisa, sending you so much love. So much love. It's crazy because we've been talking a lot about how 2024 is the year of the House of Hill, and it still is. But I also think with a lot of highs, we also suffer a lot of lows. Lisa, as someone who has also suffered loss this year, I'm just sending you so much love and hugs. And I hope that these happy hour hangs give you just a little break from life. And I hope that everyone feels that way whenever you're watching these happy hour hangs. I know I say it a lot, but truly I mean it. I feel like we all have so much going on that I'm going to say it. Of course, I'm a Taurus, so I'm going to say we all deserve to treat ourselves. But we all deserve to treat ourselves to just an hour and a half, however long I talk, to these happy hour hangs to just be with our friends, be with our fam, laugh, talk about some craziness, talk about some Bieber babies, and just have fun. And also, I love the community that we have here as well. Whenever we were on the Vertical Live yesterday, we had a couple new faces come in, and I was trying to express to those new faces how we really are such a community here. Yes, we talk about celebrity tea. Yes, obviously we get into the mess, but beyond that, I feel like we really are our own little fam here on the internet, and that is so rare. At least I think it's rare. I feel like it is very rare what we have going on here in the House of Hill, and it makes me incredibly happy and thankful. Let's see, there's another after watcher who made it as well. Jelena's here. Adriana, after watcher here, just popped in to say that you looked gorgeous in your Vertical Live yesterday. Thank you. You were glowing. Thank you so much, you guys. I swear it's just like the subtle tan I'm getting from going outside. I promise. Also, you guys, I want to read a couple of the comments from the after watchers from the last happy hour hang. We have Atmo5407 in regards to Selena and Benny saying, quote, I love Selena and Benny together. There comes a time in your life when your type becomes the person who makes you laugh, makes you feel amazingly happy, and makes your heart flutter regardless of their looks. Because you guys know, we also we talked a lot about Benny Blanco, how people were kind of hating on his appearance a little bit at the beginning, but now we've come around to love Selena and Benny. And so Atmo5407 agrees. Also, in regards to Travis being seen at the Kentucky Derby without Taylor, and people trying to say that there was something going on in their relationship, even though that's ridiculous. At Gigi said, it's juvenile to think a couple has to be everywhere together. Billionaires aren't made by following their boyfriends. Isn't that the freaking tea? And then also, you guys, somebody else, we have at D Swifty commented saying, Madison, have you watched TMZ's new Taylor Swift podcast? I tried it. I tried watching it a few times. I cannot. They think they know everything about Taylor, and really they know nothing. It's really ridiculous. Take a peek and let me know what you think. D Swifty, whenever you're after watching this, it's funny, I actually just saw a clip of the TMZ Taylor Swift podcast for the first time, literally today. Hi, Gigi. Okay, you made it today. Yes, I love what you said about billionaires aren't made by following their boyfriends. I live for that. I'm happy that you're here and watching live and you were able to see me read your comment. But as far as that TMZ Taylor Swift podcast, I literally just saw a clip of the podcast for the first time today. I saw it this morning, and I will agree with you. I feel like they are overcompensating a little bit with their Taylor Swift knowledge. It felt a little much. And that's coming from somebody who loves Taylor Swift. Like, I talk about Taylor Swift every single happy hour hang. But it felt a little much. It felt a little abrasive. And it was giving, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I'm only saying this off of one clip, so I could be incorrect. Normie, it looks like Normie's also listened as well. It was giving stan, not mature fan. Like, you guys know, we talk about the difference between a stan and a fan a lot here in the House of Hill. I like to think that we are all mature fans. We are all mature Swifties. And the clip of the podcast that I saw was giving stan. And like, not stan in a fun way. Stan in like a little too much way. Jocelyn said, I watched the TMZ Taylor one time and I blocked that channel from being recommended. Jocelyn said, I literally actually couldn't deal with more than 1 second of it. That is too funny. Okay, well, then it's looking like the clip I saw is telling me all that I need to know. Because it sounds like you guys are also thinking it was a little, yeah, Epic Turtle said it's a little bit unhinged. Yep, okay, so I definitely, okay, Melanie TMZ is nice, but she's too much of an extreme Swiftie. Okay, so it was giving stan. Again, everyone seems nice, everyone seems lovely. It just, and also I think the problem that I had with it, they had somebody on there who was a Beyonce fan and they were comparing Taylor and Beyonce. And you guys know that there is no other topic that makes me more annoyed than when people try to compare Taylor Swift and Beyonce, and the girl was just like writing for Taylor so hard, which is great. But in my opinion, Taylor and Beyonce are two separate artists, and you guys know I hate when people compare them. So I also think it might have just been like the contents of the clip that I also was not here for. I absolutely hate it. YouTuber said, OMG, I can't with the comparisons. That's how I feel too. I'm like, they're both incredibly successful. They're both able to change genres. They both have had a huge influence on not only the music industry, but culture in general. And I just literally hate when people compare them. I can't with it. I absolutely can't. But let's go ahead, you guys, and get into this tea because I want to make sure that we have plenty of time to get into everything. Also, thank you for the compliments on my top. This is just like a little aloe crop top, and I'm just wearing a sweater over it, and I can't decide if I'm hot or cold. So the long sleeves are not part of the top. I just can't decide. Normally, I'm always a little chilly, and then once I start talking to you guys and the upper lip sweat starts, then I get warm. So I'm just like, not sure. We're hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. You know how it goes. Okay, also we have Miss Teresa. Hey, Madison, OGT watcher and current after watcher, but made it live here because of kidney stones. Oh my gosh, Teresa, I'm so sorry. I know that those are so painful. I can't wait until you tour. Honestly, Teresa, same. I can't wait either. We're gonna have so much fun. I was actually thinking about that last night because last night was a full moon or a new moon in Taurus, and it was a good time to manifest. And I was thinking about that last night when I was thinking about all the things that I want to come into fruition. And I was like, I just know our tour is going to be the most fun. And I just pictured looking into the audience and seeing y'all there. And we're all just like cheersing champs or, you know, Martinelli sparkling apple juice, whatever is your fave, whatever is your preference. But I just pictured like looking out to the audience and like holding up a glass and like y'all are there and we're all cheersing. And it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be the best time ever. Also, Tatum said, we see you over there on the internet comparing all the girls who are killing it. Exactly, Tatum. You know I'm always here for a little Taylor quote. Okay, you guys, getting into this tea. Like I said, we're going to be talking about Vanderpump Rules. We're going to talk about 50 Cent. We're going to talk about Drake and Kendrick Lamar. A lot about Drake and Kendrick Lamar, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. We're going to talk about the Royals. We're also going to talk about Khloe, Kim and Khloe, Selena, Taylor and Travis, and frickin' Janet Kramer trying to bring them down. And then we're also going to talk about this alleged Bieber baby. Jocelyn, no tour scheduled. We're manifesting. Whenever that comes, y'all will be the first to know. We are manifesting growing to the point of having a tour. Also, shout out to Caitlin. OMFG, my first time ever catching the House of Hill live. Yay. Caitlin, I'm so happy that it worked out. Welcome to the House of Hill. Welcome to the live. I'm so happy that you made it. Okay, you guys, getting into the Vanderpump Rules tea. I hope Maria's here because I know Maria, I remember, is always somebody asking about Vanderpump Rules. So for those of you who don't watch the show, it's the show on Bravo, the show that had the big scandal where Ariana and Tom were dating for over a decade. Tom had an affair with Ariana's friend, and it was this big blow up thing. I'll be honest, this season overall, in my opinion, has been kind of boring. Pamela, I'm happy you watched VPR. Let me know what you think of the season. I felt like overall the season was kind of boring, but the finale that happened last night was actually interesting. Now, Courtney and I went to a watch party at Schwartz and Sandy's. For those of you who don't know who Courtney is, Courtney Revolution. We used to work together. He was on The Circle. We have a podcast, Toasted Tea Pod. New episode drops every Friday. We were watching it at Schwartz and Sandy's, watching it live, and I'll be honest with you guys, like I said, I thought it was the most interesting episode, but when it ended, I feel like Vanderpump Rules is going to be done. True Colors, I'm sorry for the spoilers. So sorry for the spoilers. I feel like the episode that they aired last night is going to be the end of it. And the reason why I feel this way is because at the end of the episode, there were a lot of flashbacks to when the cast first started the show. They all were kind of reflecting on, you know, sharing most of their adult lives on television. And they broke the fourth wall and were talking about filming the show. They were very mad that Ariana walked out and didn't give producers what they wanted. Producers wanted her to have a conversation with the man who cheated on her and had an affair. She would not give them that. She ended up leaving the event, leaving filming, and ditched. A lot of the other girls on the show are now jealous of her and her success. And I know sources are saying that the show is not canceled and that it's just been put on pause. Sources told this to TMZ. They said Vanderpump's been put on pause. They're not going to film in July. They're just waiting to see what happens. They're waiting to give the cast a little break because they filmed 2 hard seasons back to back. But I'm just telling you guys, after watching last night's episode, I'm so sorry for all of us fellow Vanderpump fans. You guys, I think it's done. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we will, you know, see what happens. But I think it's done. Pamela said, and they all just bought houses. Oh, Pamela, I think that's why everyone was freaking out. Lala's freaking out because she just bought a house. Sheena's freaking out because she just bought a house. And what is Brock doing for money besides the show? We don't know, Pamela. But it was definitely giving series finale, in my opinion. Robert, yes, Ariana's going to host Love Island. Ariana also is going to go back to being on Broadway. I just feel like you can't have a reality show where the cast refuses to interact with one another. And for those of you who also watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, I don't know if anyone else does, just me. Any New Jersey girlies in the chat? I feel like New Jersey is kind of following a similar pattern to Vanderpump Rules. If you have an ensemble cast and half the cast won't speak to one another or speak about one another or interact, you don't have a show. You don't have a show. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where we're going with Vanderpump Rules, and that's where we're going eventually with Real Housewives of New Jersey. Jelena said, I enjoy a little tit for tat against these men, but I will never support this beef leading to people getting hurt. Oh, talking about Drake and Kendrick Lamar. We're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. Lisa said, Madison, they didn't just buy a house. They bought a second house. They both bought houses in Palm Desert first. Yes, you're right. They have houses next to each other in Palm Springs, but they just both bought houses in LA, which we all know houses here in LA are very, very, very expensive. Very expensive. So we'll see what happens with Vanderpump Rules. I don't know, you guys. I feel like it's on its way out, but we shall see. We shall see. Maybe they'll throw in a few new people and mix it up, and, you know, then it'll be more interesting. So we'll see. Also, hi, Chris. I'm happy you made it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and get into the tea of 50 Cent, and then we're going to get into Drake and Kendrick Lamar, you guys. I just was giggling at Emily's comment, shushing my husband because why is he talking to me during tea time? I am dying. Emily's like, sir, it is happy hour hang. This is my hour. This is my hour. What are you doing? And Cass said, my kids pulled up chairs to the iPad to watch the tea with me, blankets and all. These kids, man. Cass, hello, Jackson JJ. I'm so happy you guys are watching the tea and letting your mom watch the tea too. Okay, you guys, 50 Cent, and then we're going to get into Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Why can't I say Kendrick Lamar today? Also, 222 people are watching, you guys. Manifest what you want to manifest. Okay, you guys, 50 Cent is now suing his ex, Daphne Joy, for defamation after she posted on Instagram claiming that he sexually and physically abused her. Trigger warning while we get into this story. According to page 6, you guys, 50 Cent claims that his ex only made these public allegations after he filed for full custody of their child, after Daphne Joy was named as a sex worker in one of Diddy's lawsuits. Okay? So in this lawsuit, 50 Cent also attached a letter he sent to Daphne's attorney asking her to take down the post. Her lawyers responded to 50 Cent saying, she'll delete the post, but first, you have to pay her millions of dollars and drop your request for full custody. So 50 Cent is saying that Daphne's actions are, quote, clearly extortion, and he's now seeking more than $1 million in damages and a court order to have Daphne Joy delete the post. You guys, you know that previously I have rode so hard for 50 Cent. So this has been a little shocking for me. But it's hard to know the truth of the situation. That's how I feel, Jelena. She did not post, at least, any proof of what she is claiming. She did not post any proof. She just posted herself on Instagram making these allegations. It has over 22,000 likes, and 50 Cent says, these allegations are hurting my business, they're hurting my reputation, and I asked her to take them down, and her response to him sending her a letter was, I'll delete that post, but I need you to pay me some money and also drop the fact that you're filing for full custody. I will say, I don't love that she was trying to barter deleting the post if he paid her money and dropped filing for full custody. That feels a little off to me, but you know, obviously this is one person's word against another. I also think it's convenient that she made these allegations after she was named in one of Diddy's lawsuits. I think that also doesn't look great for her. But then again, if she has proof and this goes further than the lawsuit, then we'll reevaluate. But as of right now, I feel like it's hard to take a side because she's making allegations without really providing hard physical evidence. And 50 Cent is saying, I asked her to delete it, and instead she came back at me and said, I'll delete it if you do X, Y, and Z for me. So, I don't know. I think it's a tough situation. It's tough. And it's something that obviously we will wait and see what happens. But I had to let y'all know that that is going on with 50 Cent because obviously you guys know I've said so many times how much I love 50 Cent. I think he's petty. I think he's very public with his pettiness, which I think is funny. And while I love to giggle about all of the fun, petty things that 50 Cent has done online, it also wouldn't be right if I didn't share this piece of tea with you guys and also didn't tell you that this story is going on. So he is currently suing her for defamation. So, defamation is really difficult to prove, Song of the Fierce. You're exactly right. Because you have to prove that there was malice behind the defamation. But I think him filing the lawsuit is more of a statement. He's trying to get her to have to delete the post. I don't think he's actually thinking she's going to owe him any money. I think he wants a court to force her to delete it because he asked her to delete it and her response was, I'll delete it if you pay me some money and also stop filing for full custody. So I think really his main goal in this is to have a court of law, force her to delete the post. Also, Amanda, I want to shout out Colin. Yes, I saw. I was just right in the middle of chatting away. But also, hello, Colin. Hi. I'm so happy that you're watching as well. So yeah, just absolute craziness with 50 Cent. Johnny Depp obviously was a huge defamation case with Amber Heard. He ended up winning his case. And we'll just have to wait and see. Proof is so important, Jelena. I completely agree. That's why not taking a side as of right now, just going with the facts. And as this progresses, obviously we'll get more information and we can have a better understanding of who to believe, who not to believe, and all of that. Also, shout out to Nessa. Hi, House of Hill. Out running errands, no earbuds. You know what? That's fine, Nessa. You're just spreading the House of Hill wherever you're running errands, and I live for that. Just be like, hey, do you like the tea you're hearing? You should follow and subscribe. Okay, let's go ahead, you guys, and move on and get into Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Lisa, we'll talk about Kim Kardashian in just a little bit. So you guys, this Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation, a long time beef that has just absolutely exploded in the past few weeks. They have been hurling multiple diss tracks towards one another. I saw Crimson is naming some of them. Crimson said, I love Kendrick's diss track 616 in LA. It's tailor-made for sure, saying Jack Antonoff helped write and produce it. Yes, Jack Antonoff did get in on the producing of the diss track. But also Drake has been hurling diss tracks at Kendrick Lamar back at Drake. There's been multiple songs back and forth. And several allegations have been made in these diss tracks, you guys. Kendrick Lamar has alleged that Drake has a thing for underage girls, which obviously Drake has denied. Drake has claimed that Kendrick isn't even the father of his child that he has with his fiance. Drake claims that he knowingly released false information about himself so Kendrick Lamar would pick up on it and make music and embarrass himself. It's just been really bad. I see some of you also like the Euphoria diss track. Noelia said, I love Euphoria and Not Like Us. It's just gotten bad. It's gotten very serious. Where did this beef even start, Cassidy? Like years ago. I think it first started back in 2013. And it's crazy because Drake and Kendrick actually worked on projects together. And then basically, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Metro Boomin in a song claimed that like Drake, Kendrick, and him were like three of the best people in the game. And then Kendrick didn't like being compared and lumped in with them. And he made a diss track towards Drake. And pretty much ever since then, it's just been back and forth. It's been going on for a long time, but it's really amped up in the past week and a half. I'm talking like they have been releasing diss tracks like every other day. It is crazy. There is no downtime in between. It is back and forth. Like I said, other people have gotten involved, DJ Mustard and Metro Boomin. It's been a lot. Now, something that is interesting, you guys, I'm seeing you guys talking about whose side that you're on. Olivia said, takes me back to Nicki and Megan. Yes. Avery said, it's gotten very bad. I hope they don't ever end up in the same place. It's not going to be good at all. Jelena said, as for sides, I'm on Team Drake. Kendrick is more my favorite artist, of course, and I do believe he is the better rapper. But this rap beef specifically, I believe Drake won, public opinion aside, which everyone's just been absolutely hating on Drake. Like, I feel like everyone's been piling on. But he has been coming through with the diss tracks. Shay said, I had mom and dad listen to Meet the Grahams during dinner. Of course you did. LOL. Song of the Fierce said, Millie Bobby Brown. So, yeah, so Millie Bobby Brown was brought up because if you guys remember, when Stranger Things first came out and blew up with popularity, Drake was very vocal about starting up a friendship with Millie Bobby Brown. And Millie Bobby Brown talked about her friendship with Drake on talk shows and how he would text her. And people were questioning his friendship with Millie Bobby Brown. He has denied that anything inappropriate happened. She's denied that anything inappropriate happened. But it's always kind of been something that's been talked about. And so that's where Kendrick's accusation about Drake liking underage girls comes from. That's one of the aspects to it all. Like I said, Drake has denied it, and also he made reference to it in one of his diss tracks as well, that nothing happened with Millie Bobby Brown. Elizabeth, Drake and Kylie Jenner did also have a thing at one point, allegedly. I do believe at that point she was over 18, but yes, at one point you are correct. There were rumors about Drake and Kylie. You are right. Noelia said Kendrick won. Nancy said Kendrick Lamar is killing it. I did love that Jack Antonoff helped Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I cannot lie. That was pretty crazy. That was pretty epic. But something that's interesting, you guys, that I want to point out is Page Six reported that behind Drake and Kendrick's feud, the two actually share the same agent, which is nuts. They're both repped by Brent Smith of Wasserman Music. So a lot of people are now also questioning, like, where is the agent in all of this? Right? It's very interesting. They're like, is the agent taking sides? Also, I think that kind of fuels the theory that are some of these rap beefs formulated to sell music, to get streams. Courtney and I just talked about that on our podcast either last week or the week before. How some people think that record labels and these artists' teams can sometimes help fuel the fire behind these beefs in order to obviously market the artists better. But I agree with you, Jelena. This has been going on since 2012, 2013. It's been a long time coming. But just interesting that they share the same agent. Now, in addition to that, you guys, because I saw people talking about the shooting at Drake's house. So, now, there was a shooting at Drake's home in Toronto. His security guard was injured in the shooting. It happened around 2 a.m. The cops did have questions about the shooting. The cops allegedly were questioning if the shooting was related to Drake and Kendrick's beef. However, the cops right now are not saying either way. The cops are not saying it's related, it's not related. They're keeping their mouths shut on that. But they are allegedly asking those questions. All sources told TMZ was that it did appear to be a drive-by shooting. That's all they're saying. So they're not saying it has anything to do with the beef. They're just saying it was definitely a drive-by shooting. The security guard was reportedly hit in the chest. It was all very quick. It happened very fast. Again, it was at 2 a.m. Do with that information that you will. Now, it is unclear if Drake was home at the time of the shooting, but sources told TMZ that he's cooperating with the police investigation. So, he's doing what he needs to do. Now, what's also interesting, you guys, is this shooting at Drake's home comes 1 week after another shooting at a music executive's home here in LA. Okay? At this music executive's home, once again, a security guard was shot, and the man who owns the home is a talent manager, producer, and co-founder of XO Records, aka The Weeknd's record label. So it just feels a little concerning that last week we had this shooting at this music executive's home. A security guard was hit. Tuesday, 2 a.m., we have the shooting at Drake's home. A security guard is hit. And here's where I have an issue with beefs escalating, right? I think if you're letting the music speak for itself and you're going back and forth by releasing different songs, that's fine. That's part of the music industry. That's part of the rap industry. That's okay. If these incidences are related to the beef and people are getting hurt and physically harmed, that's where I have an issue. That's where I'm like, this is too much. This is not funny. This is escalating. Innocent people's lives are now being affected by this. And that's where I have a major issue. Obviously, we don't know if it's related. No one's confirming anything. But it just feels a little too convenient that in the heat of the Drake and Kendrick back and forth, there's a shooting at his house. Also, one of his stores that he owns in London was also vandalized. One of Drake's stores that he owns in London was vandalized as well. So it feels like it's getting a touch out of hand. And I'm kind of with you, Jessica. I feel like the security guards are there obviously to protect the property and protect the artist. But they did not sign up to be physically harmed. You know, that feels like it's escalating. It definitely feels like it's escalating and in not a good way at all. Song of the Fear said, sticks and stones do break bones, words don't. Exactly. Patty said, some people just need to grow up. No weapons for nothing. Exactly. It just, I don't know. I don't like that it appears as though it's escalating. Betty said, stans get crazy and can do these things. That's why this beef isn't funny. Chris said there's something more behind it. I agree. I just think that we're now getting a little out of hand. I think it's now getting out of hand. Shayla said, people take rap beefs too seriously. And obviously we'll wait and see. I don't think that it's over. Unfortunately, I mean, I hope now that things are kind of escalating, hopefully they dial down. But we'll wait and see. We will obviously wait and see. Jelena said, well, let's look at it like this. The whole rap game is basically against Drake. So it could be from it could be from who knows what rapper at this point, which is true. That's kind of what we were talking about at the beginning. Like, everyone has been against Drake. But I don't know. I just feel like it's, again, a shooting. That's just where things escalate. And I don't like it. Jessica said, I just don't want a Tupac and Biggie all over again. And that's how I feel too. And Noelia said this was a setup by the higher-ups. Oh my God. I hope not. I would hope higher-ups have more things to worry about than setting things up like this. And then Chris said, when things get bigger, it gets crazier. And that is true. That is true. So we'll wait and see, you guys. Hopefully everyone stays safe. Hopefully everyone is okay. And let's just remember to let the music speak for itself. Let's use our music. Let's use our words and not our hands and not weapons. I know that that's gonna go right over a lot of people's heads, but I still felt the need to say it. You know what I mean? George, I'm with you. Why can't everyone just get along? Okay, you guys, let's move on and get into this Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck tea. This is really interesting. It sounds like there might not be a fairy tale, you guys, for Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. So, as we all know, J-Lo appeared at the Met Gala alone by herself. We haven't gotten into the Bieber tea yet, you guys. That's going to be in just a little bit. So, J-Lo appeared at the Met Gala alone, and that did raise some red flags for people, despite a source telling In Touch Weekly that Ben was in LA shooting a movie. Still, people saw J-Lo showing up alone, and they were like, what's going on? Well, apparently it sounds like they're taking some space, and her showing up at the Met Gala wasn't just due to busy schedules. It was also slightly intentional, allegedly. So this insider who spoke to In Touch Weekly said, quote, Ben and J-Lo are normally together 24/7, but lately they've been spending time apart. Jen needs to make their relationship so public and perfect, and it often leaves Ben feeling overwhelmed and henpecked. The source went on to say that Ben needs to be by himself sometimes, out of Jen's shadow. And as far as how Jen reportedly feels about all of this source said that she was a little hurt, but she's giving Ben his breathing room because she knows that he loves her. He just needed a break from the publicity that she craves. What do you guys think about this? I am not surprised by this at all, because you guys know, I have said, Jenny from the block, Let's Get Loud, love that J-Lo. Current J-Lo, not a big fan. Y'all know I have not trusted this woman since she sat up in interviews and tried to say she's never had Botox. Ever since then, I've never trusted Jennifer Lopez. Also, I've just heard horrible things about how she treats people who work for her, and I cannot look past that. If you are rude to people who work for you and do services for you, I can't. I can't with you. I'm ready for you to not be famous anymore and someone to take your place. Anyway, you guys know, initially when Jen and Ben, Bennifer 2.0 happened and they got back together, I was like, you know what? I live for that. I love that they found each other again. I love that clearly they were meant to be whatever. I was here for it. I felt like they were really in love. But I will say, one thing that has always confused me about these two is the fact that Ben Affleck is the most under the radar celebrity, and J-Lo loves the press. J-Lo loves being on social media. J-Lo loves the attention. So I always was concerned and confused how that worked. And clearly that is starting to become an issue. And again, I see a lot of you being like, George said, I don't blame Ben at all. Kim said it's time to run Ben. This is a good reason all the other men did. Cassidy, I didn't watch the documentary in full that she put out, but I watched clips, and the clips I've seen are enough. She's trying to act like she's still Jenny from the Bronx, Jenny from the block, and I just I can't with her. Whenever she tries to act all hardcore, I can't. And also, I did see a lot of funny memes that was J-Lo showing up to the Met Gala and seeing all of the celebrities who declined to appear in her documentary being like, what's going on? Which I also thought was funny because I know she asked a lot of famous people to appear in it and nobody wanted to. I'm just not surprised to hear that they're having some issues, but at least she's giving him the space that he needs, right? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Brittany said, my honest opinion is he went back to what's comfortable because he couldn't handle the fact his marriage actually fell apart, likely due to him, mostly his alcoholism, etc. Which you guys know, in this house, Team Jennifer Garner all the way. We love Jennifer Garner. We stan Jennifer Garner. We live, laugh, love Jennifer Garner. That woman drove Ben Affleck to rehab more than once after he was unfaithful to her, and I will never forget that she took him one time to McDonald's before driving him to rehab. I'm sorry, an upstanding woman. Not only was she driving him to rehab, but she stopped at the Golden Arches first. We will never slander Jennifer Garner in this house. You know what I mean? She did all she needed to do, and then obviously sent him off to J-Lo. And again, that's why I got mad that people tried to compare Jennifer Garner and J-Lo. I'm like, you cannot compare them. And Jennifer Garner doesn't want to be J-Lo. You know what I mean? And clearly, I'm sure Jennifer Garner is looking at the situation being like, y'all figure that out. Y'all figure that out. I'm good over here. She has like a very normal, non-famous boyfriend, Jennifer Garner. I'm pretty sure his name is correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's dating someone whose name is literally John Smith. I know his last name is Smith. For sure. And I'm pretty sure his first name is John. But she didn't steal him. J-Lo didn't steal Ben Affleck from Jennifer Garner. They were already divorced and split up. But I just know that Jennifer Garner's hearing all of this going on and probably hearing that In Touch Weekly report and seeing J-Lo show up to the Met Gala alone and just being like, not my mess anymore. Not my mess. Y'all do your thing. Thank you so much for excluding me from this narrative. So we'll wait and see what happens with J-Lo and Ben Affleck. But it is concerning to hear that... Oh, John Miller. Okay, John. I was close on the John. Thank you for Googling Cassidy and Avery. I knew it was John. Or I said I knew it was Smith, but I knew it was something very basic. And we love that. We love that for Jennifer Garner. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if Bennifer 2.0 lasts. I don't know if it will. I've always been a little skeptical. I also didn't ever think that they would get married, but they did. So we'll see if they take this time apart and it's positive or if it ends up having a negative effect on their relationship. We shall see. Okay, moving on, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the Royals tea. Have a little Royals update for you guys. So Prince Harry is officially in the UK for the Invictus Games. And we're going to see if King Charles ends up making room for him in his schedule, you guys. Even as of yesterday, a source told Page Six that Harry has been trying for a month to schedule a visit with his father while he's in town, and King Charles is still saying he's too busy. Can you imagine? The source said that if the king really wanted to see Harry, he could easily find the time, but clearly Harry isn't a priority. Then, in addition to that, you guys, and I thought this was actually some serious tea, we have another report from the Mirror about Kate Middleton, and this royal expert revealed that if King Charles asked Kate to meet with Harry, she would do it. She doesn't want to, but allegedly, if King Charles asked her to meet with Harry, she would do it. However, this insider shared that the king is not likely to ask her to do that, which is not surprising because this man can't even find time in between his garden parties to see his son. This insider said that the king's not likely to ask her to do that. Obviously believe that to be true. Maybe we'll see if King Charles will make time to see Harry before he leaves. Hopefully this Page Six source is wrong, but we'll see. Gigi said Harry has to promise not to exploit them. I will say, I feel like Harry is past that point. You guys know I ride hard for Prince Harry, which I know irritates people. I fully know that that is irritating. And I know that that is an ick for some people, for me. I will say, I feel like now that Harry wrote the book, him and Meghan have done the interview, they've gotten everything off their chest. I feel like they've said what they want to say. And at this point, I feel like Harry does want to repair his relationship with his family. His dad is sick. His sister-in-law is going through treatment as well. You know, if there ever was a time to kind of let bygones be bygones, now would be the time. And he's previously seen his dad before. When the diagnosis was announced, Harry flew and met with King Charles. So I don't really understand why now King Charles is being a little, I don't know, insert British term here, one that I can't say on YouTube. I don't know why he's being so petty about it and not wanting to see his son. I don't know. I disagree with it. Shabria said, I don't think his family wants to be involved with him anymore, honestly. No, T. Nidzia? Let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I think the awful things Harry said about them all makes everyone weary. They maybe think Harry's just trying to get new stuff on them. I mean, can you blame them? No, I can't blame them. I can't blame them for being weary. But also at the same time, they're never going to know his intentions if they don't ever give him a chance. I mean, you know what people say when you assume? You make up out of you and me. And I feel like at some point, they're going to have to let Harry either prove them right or prove them wrong. And you have to meet in order to figure that out. You know what I mean? So hopefully Sherilyn said, I'm sorry, but why should the king make time for Harry? I know this is a very divisive topic here in the House of Hill. Some of us are pro Harry, some of us are pro King Charles and William. But I think, and it's very American of me to feel this way, I know. But I think I am naive to the fact that I still hope that they can one day reconcile. I hope so. I don't know. I think too, I'm just really sensitive to cancer and the topic of cancer. And so for me, whenever I hear that someone is sick, I'm like, oh, life is so mother effing short. Like, now's the time to reconcile. And I know just because someone's sick doesn't mean that you need to blur your boundaries and let people in. If you don't want to see those people, you shouldn't have to. But there's just also a part of me that I'm like, now's the time. Jessica is a UK girly. Jessica said, King Charles is playing dirty though, and it's not nice what Charles has done. I agree. And also, I think I'm just a little biased towards King Charles ever since Tampax Gate, but y'all know I've admitted that to you before, so I can admit it again. Gigi, I live for Gigi being so hardcore King Charles and William. I live for it. And also I want to say, really quick, for those of you who are new and this is your first happy hour hang that you're tuning into, this is what I'm talking about when I say we have the best community here, because even on topics where we disagree, we can have a conversation, we can discuss, nobody gets their feelings hurt, everyone's respectful, everyone's still just enjoying the conversation. And do you know how rare that is? Where you can share your opinion on the internet and not be ostracized if you feel different. Like, again, that's why I love it here. I absolutely love it here. Jessica, I'm so sorry for that. Jessica said, I picture him as a tampon now every time I hear his name. Thank you for that, Madison. I'm so sorry. I apologize. That is on me. And I also apologize because I know a lot of y'all can't see Ethan Slater without saying Frankie Grande now as well. So I do apologize. I apologize. George said, I feel that King Charles needs to set his pride aside and be a father, hopefully. And then Gigi said, I liked Harry. He's just being used and buying into it. So we shall see. I know people feel like they're both on opposite sides. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe Charles will surprise us and end up meeting with Harry. We'll see. Superstar Bella said, King Charles should be thankful that he has sons, because if he had a daughter, things would not be so nice. Daughters tend to tell parents when they are wrong. Honestly, Superstar Bella, I wish Papa Hill were still in the chat, because I feel like he would agree with you, because living in a house of all female energy, I feel like he would agree with that sentence as well. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and move on and get into this Khloe tea. And then we're going to talk about Kim and Khloe, a little Selena, Tavis, and then the Biebers. I'm warning you now because I just saw the time. This is going to be a little bit of a longer happy hour hang because you know me, can't stop talking. Okay, so let's go ahead, you guys, and move on and get into this Khloe Kardashian tea. So during a recent interview with the doctor who delivered Khloe's son via surrogate, she has a podcast. Khloe was on the podcast. Khloe admitted to hysterically crying when she found out that her surrogate went into labor early. Khloe said that she had planned on having one last weekend with her and True alone, and she admitted that it, quote, wasn't even about the weekend, it was about this is real. So Khloe really, really struggled when she found out that her surrogate was going into labor. And the doctor was like, we had no choice. It was becoming a high-risk situation. She had to deliver early. And Lex, I agree with you. A little context for those of you who might be like, Why was Khloe freaking out that her surrogate was going into labor? Wasn't she excited that her son was about to be born? The reason why she wasn't very excited about it and why it felt overwhelming is because y'all have to remember, trashy Tristan, okay, convinced Khloe to go through the surrogacy process fully knowing he already had another woman pregnant, fully knowing that he cheated on her with Marley Nichols and Marley Nichols was having his baby. He knew that information, convinced Khloe to go through with the surrogacy, and then Khloe found out about Tristan and Marley Nichols after the surrogate was already pregnant. So he absolutely, in my opinion, tricked Khloe into having a second child with him. And that is why he will remain on the junk punch in public list until further notice. Because that was just absolutely disgusting. So Khloe went on to say during this interview, you guys, that she remembers telling the doctor she can't do this. She can't pick up the baby. She needs the weekend. She's not ready. And this doctor, you guys, actually offered to take care of Khloe's son until Khloe was ready to pick him up. And Khloe said it was at that moment that she kind of snapped into reality and was like, okay, this is life. This is happening. This is my son. I need to go pick him up. Time to put on your big girl pants. And so that's exactly what she did. And Khloe admitted that the whole surrogacy process is difficult. It feels very transactional. You know, the surrogate gives birth in one room. The baby is immediately whisked away, given to you, and you're sitting there and you're doing skin to skin, and it's very overwhelming. And she also admitted that it almost took her 9 full months to bond with her son. And you know what? I know Khloe gets a lot of hate and a lot of backlash, but I have to say, I commend her for being honest about the surrogacy process. Because I feel like with celebrities, surrogacy is often glamorized. I mean, I'll be honest, even myself, I have made the comment, if I'm rich enough, I would consider surrogacy because it sounds like a glamorized process when celebrities do it. Yes, they say, oh, I'm doing it because it's a high-risk situation. But a lot of times I think it's also convenient for celebrities. You know, somebody else gets to carry the child. They carry on as normal. They don't, you know, put their body through anything. They get a beautiful baby that is theirs at the end of it. And I think Kim kind of made it seem like it's an easy peasy situation. And I actually commend Khloe for being real about the surrogacy process and saying, you know what? It's actually kind of weird. It's crazy that this woman carries your child, gives birth to the child, and then it's immediately given to you, and now it's yours. Go home and bond with this baby that you have not carried at all. And I really have to say, I commend her for being open and honest, because I don't feel like a lot of people are open and honest when it comes to surrogacy. And I think she put a real life perspective on it. And I'm happy that she did. Yeah, like Paris Hilton, Diana, I agree. I feel like Paris, when I love Paris Hilton, this is no shade towards Paris Hilton at all, but I feel like Paris Hilton made it seem very much like, oh, I just got this baby, yay, and oh, I just got another one. And it's very refreshing. And that was no shade towards Paris Hilton. I want to say it again. I love Paris Hilton. Her and Nicole Richie are coming up with another show. It's going to be iconic. I love it. I live for it. But she did make it seem very glamorous and very easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I find it refreshing that Khloe is like, actually, it's kind of weird and kind of really hard. You know what I mean? And also hard to be a surrogate. Granted, yes, these women are signing up for it. Yes, they're getting paid. But still, I think it's crazy to put your body through the pregnancy process and you don't have a baby at the end. And I know some women love being pregnant and some people thrive in that situation. I like could not, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. Like, if I'm going through all of that and I'm pushing a watermelon out of the size of a lemon, I'm getting a baby at the end. I am getting a baby at the end. You know what I mean? It does scare me, the thought of another Madison entering this world. Actually, no, I think another Madison in this world would be really fun and really cute. But yeah, I would need a baby at the end. So really, surrogates, I commend them. That is crazy. Terry said I go back and forth with feeling sorry for Khloe, and that's normal. You know what I mean? That is absolutely, absolutely normal. I also saw somebody bring up Jordan Craig and how Superstar Bella. Didn't Khloe know that Jordan Craig was 8 months pregnant? Khloe and her friends were harassing Jordan, so suck it up, Buttercup. Khloe has claimed that she didn't know Tristan and Jordan were still together and that Jordan was pregnant whenever she got with Tristan. She claims that Tristan was telling her, you know, I was single, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like when it comes to the Jordan Craig and Khloe situation, in my opinion, there's 3 sides to that story. There's Khloe's side, Tristan's side, and Jordan Craig's side. And I believe the truth is somewhere in the middle. Honestly, I really think the truth is somewhere all in between there. Song of the Fear said, Madison, sometimes I don't think you realize how strong you are until you do it. Oh, absolutely. Giving birth is insane. Insane. Obviously, I've never gone through it. You know what I mean? But hearing my friends talk about going through it, obviously Mama Hill has talked about it a lot. My sister and I always have a ton of questions. It's crazy what our bodies can do. And it's funny, you know what, that we're having this conversation right before Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the moms in the chat. You know what I mean? You birthed a human. You literally made a human and then pushed it out of you, or had it taken out of you, or adopted, or however you got your little humans. Incredible. Incredible. I know I shout out the dads too, but moms are holding it down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy we're having this discussion before Mother's Day, because where would we be without the moms? I talked to Mama Hill, no joke, you guys, at least, I don't want to sound crazy because I don't want you guys to judge me, but I talk to Mama Hill probably at least 3 times a day. Some days more. And we only live 45 minutes apart now. Imagine how it was when she lived in Kansas City. You know what I mean? We still talked a bunch of times a day. Shout out to the moms. Shout out to the moms. Not to Tristan Thompson. Shout out to the moms. You know what I mean? Kim said, Madison, you know I raised kids that were not even mine, and I love them from day one. I truly think that with Khloe, it was depression over Tristan. Oh, 1,000,000%. Also, 333. Manifest, manifest. I just think moms are incredible. Incredible. And even if it's not your biological mom, whoever your mom figure is, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Because I think sometimes people have complicated relationships with their family, obviously. But yeah, whoever is that figure for you, you know, I think is incredible. And also, Jody, thank you for reminding me. Everyone who has lost their mom, and Mama Hill's with you guys, so is Papa Hill. Everyone who has lost their mom, I love you. I'm sending you so much love, and know that you can borrow Mama Hill any day of the week. Anytime you need some mom time or mom advice, Mama Hill is available for loan. So just DM me, message me, email me, thehouseofhill.com or thehouseofhill@gmail.com. Whenever you're needing a little mom fix, Mama Hill's on loan for all of y'all. She truly is an icon. So if you guys need a little mom fix, Mama Hill's available. Okay, let's go ahead, you guys, and move on and get into this Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian tea. We have a new trailer, you guys, a new Kardashians season 5 trailer. The new season airs on May 23rd. And in the trailer, shockingly, it appears as though Kim and Khloe are going to be at odds this season. Now, that's kind of crazy because the whole time that the Kardashians have been on Hulu, we've really seen Kim and Khloe be super close. And Kim has been feuding with Kourtney. But now, the roles are reversed and the trailer is making it seem as though Kim and Khloe are at odds. At one point in the trailer, Kim is venting to Kris about how busy and overwhelmed she is. And when Kris asks Kim if she's talked to Khloe about this, Kim says no because Khloe can be very judgmental. Then elsewhere in the trailer, you guys, we also see Kim and Khloe having a discussion, a heated discussion. And Kim tells Khloe that sometimes she has a stick up her butt. Personally, I think the feud is short-lived. I'm with Emily. Do they need storylines? That's how I feel. I feel like this is a little bit of a reach. Maybe they are upset, or I like what AD Islandia said. I can see that with Kim and Tristan's closeness. Now, if Khloe is upset because Kim and Tristan are close, that's a storyline and that's a feud that I'm low-key interested in. But I'm not even getting that from the trailer. It just looks like Kim is overwhelmed. She's really busy. Khloe doesn't understand. And Kim's like annoyed that Khloe doesn't understand. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's about Tristan. Maybe it will be interesting. I still feel like it's short-lived. George says I feel like it's fake. We'll see. We'll see. Kourtney's storyline appears as though it's going to focus on her pregnancy. She's going to be pregnant with baby Rocky this season. All of her, complications with that. Good luck, Jessica. Sending you prayers and positivity that you're going in for your scan. Also, it looks like Kylie and Kendall are going to try to prove that they're not boring this season. Kendall has a whole bit in the trailer that she's like, I'm not boring, you guys. I have more to me than just my anxiety. You can ask my friends. I'm really fun. So Kendall's trying to prove she's not boring. Kylie's looking skinty in the trailer. And as far as Mama Kris is concerned, it looks like she has a little health scare as well in the trailer. She's seen talking about a tumor in her hip, a mass in her hip. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not interesting at all, 10 being, oh my God, I have to watch this season or else I simply cannot go on with my life. It's giving a 6. Cassidy, fair to give a 0. I feel like I have to give it a 6 because I have to at least keep an eye on the situation to make sure we're not missing any tea that I can fill you guys in on. But beyond me having to pay attention for my job purposes, I don't know. Maybe something will surprise me. I see Joy said I give it a 5. Emily said 6. Noelia said 3. Robert said 3. Okay. And then Kim said, I'm not watching. I'm over them. Okay. I feel like we're all kind of on the same page when it comes to the Kardashians Hulu show. AD Islandia said, I think I might be out this season. I usually watch, but I think I might be done. Over it. And then, let's see. Do we know why Netflix edited Kim being booed from the roast? Yes. Also speaking about Kim Kardashian. So, Netflix took out the part where Kim was booed at the Tom Brady roast. Some people are saying Kim asked them to do that. Some people are saying Netflix just did it. Personally, I think that Netflix did that without being asked by Kim. And they did it as an act of good faith because we know Kim is starting to get into her acting and producer era. And I believe that they felt like it was in their best interest to keep Kim Kardashian happy. So that way she will work with them in the future. I think it was definitely a kind of like, we scratch your back, then you're going to scratch ours. You know what I mean? I definitely think it was, a lot of people are saying Mama Chris. Absolutely could have been Mama Chris. I think it was for sure a mutual thing. Netflix knew it wasn't their best interest to take out the booing. But thankfully you can still see it all over the internet. So if you want to, go look it up. I am giggling at Cassidy's comment talking about the cardigan. The cardigan. It was cashmere, you guys. I live for a cashmere moment, but I agree. The cashmere sweater with the corset wasn't giving as much as she thought it was going to give. But it was cashmere. It was cashmere. I don't know if that makes a difference for anyone. It looks like it's not making a difference, but you know, just in case it did. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and move on. I'm laughing at Mercedes. I haven't watched Keeping Up with Kardashians in 5 years. I get updates here. Mercedes, that's what I'm here for. That is what I'm here for. Okay, you guys, moving on to Selena Gomez. Some quick Selena tea. Then we're going to get into Taylor and Travis and then get into the Biebers. I'll move through these topics fast so we can get to the Biebers. Selena Gomez. We now know why she was not at the Met Gala. Groundbreaking information. She was working. She was busy. Selena is a booked and busy queen. We know that Selena Gomez is working on about 1,000 projects at one time. So simply put, she did not make it to the Met Gala because she's too freaking busy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If you are here and you've been waiting for the Selena, Taylor, and Travis tea and the Bieber tea, and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, can you please do so? That would really, really help me. And it'll help people get their YouTube notification if they haven't already. Oh, Nan is here. Nan is here for the Tavis tea. Yay, I'm so happy. So yeah, you guys, Selena Gomez working. But it is interesting. She actually hasn't been to a Met Gala since 2018. That's kind of a long time ago. Oh gosh. No one wants to see me do math live. But 6 years? Yeah, 6 years ago. So she hasn't been to a Met Gala for a while. So maybe next year, we'll see. But yeah, she just wasn't there because of work. Nothing else. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and get into the Taylor and Travis tea. Because I know that we all live for some Tavis tea. And also that way, Jessica's Nan can get the Tavis tea as well. Okay, you guys, getting into Taylor and Travis. So, Jana Kramer. And for those of you who are like, who the F is Jana Kramer? Jana Kramer was on One Tree Hill. I also believe she tried to do music at one point as well. Jana Kramer went on her podcast, y'all, and absolutely slammed Travis Kelce. Who was she on One Tree Hill? She literally played, like, I believe she played a model. Remember, she was kind of problematic. She would, like, miss the photo shoots, and she worked for Brooke. She was yeah, okay. She did multiple different things she was, like, kind of a in and out figure on One Tree Hill. Cass said, put on Baby Shark so I wouldn't miss the Tavis tea. Cass, genius, chef's kiss. Also, 333 people here, you guys. Manifest. Okay, so Jana Kramer went on her podcast, you guys, slammed Travis Kelce. Said that she thinks he's a drunk because every time she's seen a video of him, he's drinking. She said that Taylor should watch out for Travis because he reminds her of her ex. No. And that she feels like Taylor is drinking more now that she's with Travis. She also said she's not convinced. You guys, this makes my blood boil. Jana Kramer also said she's not convinced that this relationship is not for PR and that Travis is benefiting more from this relationship than Taylor. Why on earth, Jana Kramer, clearly somebody who is a clout-chasing McGee, why on earth would Taylor Swift be in a PR relationship? I don't understand why people with podcasts say such dumb things. Lala Kent from Vanderpump Rules said the same thing. Why would the Taylor Allison Swift, one of the biggest artists of our time, be in a PR relationship? Why would Taylor Swift be introducing a man to her family? Why would this man be introducing Taylor to his family if it was for PR? Like, get over it. Cassidy, this rumor is getting old. Jessica, who is she? Somebody who's trying to get clout. I literally can't. I can't. Lex said, why is it always people who are Z-listers in Hollywood? Cass said, and she does not need PR. Cass, I'm so happy you put on Baby Shark for this. I'm so happy because this grinds my gears. So, thankfully, you guys, Taylor and Travis are literally not sweating it. Like I said, she really went for Travis more. She went for Travis hard. Her comments made headlines. This is Travis's alleged response. People from his camp are speaking out about it. A source told Page Six that Travis was, quote, taken aback as he's never met Jana and is just living his life. A second source noted that Travis is a normal human being who is doing the same thing as everyone else, except he's living his life under a microscope, which Jana Kramer wouldn't know what it's like to live life under a microscope because nobody's checking for Jana Kramer. No shade. I'm just a little irritated. No disrespect to Jana Kramer. I'm just like, girly pop, no. Cass said, jealous much? Now I don't like her One Tree Hill character even more. Cass, the way that is the freaking tea. Jana Kramer was so annoying on well, not her, but her character on One Tree Hill was annoying. And this podcast is very much giving the same energy, Cass. You nailed it. Okay. Then you guys, another source told TMZ that Travis allegedly just feels like Jana Kramer is clout chasing and he's not paying her comments any mind, which I feel like Taylor is the same way. And you guys, you want to know something else that maybe this is why Jana's a little more jealous than we already are thinking? Travis just landed a new acting role. He confirmed on his Instagram that he's going to play some sort of small role on Ryan Murphy's series Grotesquerie. So maybe Jana is just upset because Taylor is thriving and in love. Travis is obsessed with her. He's booking acting gigs in addition to extending his Chiefs contract. And Jana just felt like she needed some eyes on her podcast. So let's go ahead and drag Travis Kelce for literally no reason. Also, I would like to say, in my opinion, there is nothing wrong with adults who are of age enjoying an alcoholic beverage. It's not going in your body, Jana Kramer. If Taylor and Travis are on a break from working and they want to have some beveraginos, can they have those beveraginos in peace? Also, Taylor Swift has always loved a good cocktail. Taylor Swift loved a cocktail before dating Travis Kelce. Hello? Has Jana Kramer ever watched the VMAs? Taylor Swift is lit every year at the VMAs. So, I've said my piece. Thank you guys for letting me vent. Thank you for letting me get this off my chest. And I know I'm going to get some comments that I'm too passionate about this. And I absolutely 1000% am. I'm way too passionate about Taylor and Travis. But it just annoys me when people use them for clout. Like, get a new bit. Get a new bit. If I hear one more podcaster say that Taylor and Travis are for PR, I am going to lose my brain. Like, I am going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. Literally, please get a new bit. Taylor and Travis are not for PR. If you think T-Pain would let Taylor be in a PR relationship, you need to do your mother effing research. Okay? And this is why, last thing. Sorry, I know I said last thing, but the last thing. This is also why not everyone is meant to comment on celebrity news. Because you just sound silly. You just sound silly when you say things like the highest paid tight end in the NFL and one of the biggest artists of our time are in a PR relationship. Like, newsflash, neither of them need PR. And Shauna, I know that Travis and Jason have a podcast. We love the New Heights podcast here in the House of Hill. Also, do you guys want to know how sweet Mama Hill is? She told me the other day, she actually ordered me the green New Heights hat that Taylor was seen wearing at Coachella. So whenever it comes in, I'll wear it on the next happy hour hang. No, we support the New Heights podcast here in the House of Hill. We love New Heights. Jason Kelce is our man. We love Jason Kelce. We want Jason Kelce to be a part of the House of Hill. Their podcast and Toasted Tea Pod obviously are the exception. I'm just saying podcasts who try to say that Taylor and Travis are for PR, I have no time for them. That's what I'm saying. Love podcasts. I have one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying podcasters who try to say Taylor and Travis are obviously for PR. Get a grip. Get a grip. Get a grip. I can't. I literally can't. It irritates me to no end. But anyway, moving on. Now that I got that off my chest, thank you guys for letting me vent. Thank you for letting me get that off. I honestly feel like literally so much better. And again, I know some people are going to come across that and feel like it is so cringe on how passionate I am. And if Jana Kramer sees this, I meant no disrespect. This is all in good fun. One content creator to another. But just please, 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 please realize that Taylor and Travis do not need PR. I will still watch One Tree Hill. I still love me some Brooke Davis. Okay? Live for that. The Blair Waldorf of One Tree Hill, if you will. But Jana Kramer, I'm just saying, like, that I had to give you my thoughts for just a quick second. You know what I mean? It's all love and respect. And now we can move on and talk about the Biebers. You guys, if you've been waiting for the Bieber tea, we have over 350 people here in the chat. If you are here and you have not given the House of Hill and this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. I was reading Claudia's comment at the same time. The House of Hill is very therapeutic. It really is. Like, thank you guys. I feel so much better. Already. Getting into this Bieber tea. See, now I'm heated and I had to take the cardigan off. This Bieber tea, you guys. A TikTok is now going viral from an LA radio host. She's on Hits 1 LA with Tony Flynn and Simon. Simon made a TikTok, and it is now blowing up everywhere, saying that she has a source from Justin Bieber's record label who told her that Hailey is 6 months pregnant. Simon said this makes sense because Hailey is someone who is used to wearing midriff-bearing tops, and now she's seen in baggy clothes. And she ended her TikTok saying she can't wait to see what baby Bieber will look like. Now, I don't think it helps the situation that Justin and Hailey skipped the Met Gala. It's not lost on me that this girly pop put out this TikTok in the midst of Justin and Hailey skipping a public event. I still, you guys, for some reason, don't think that Hailey is pregnant. And this is where I struggle with social media sometimes, is the fact that anyone can just post a video and be like, I have an inside source telling me XYZ. 6 months pregnant? That seems crazy. Okay, Caitlin said I'm starting to believe it now. Amity said lies. Sacred Space said, guys, I can't with the pregnancy rumors anymore. My gives and F's are on vacation. Jessica said maybe 1, 2, or 3 I might believe. She said 6 weeks. I heard 6 months. 6 weeks, 6 months. Confirming that Hailey is pregnant is where I struggle because I just feel like no one should be saying for sure, for certain that she is or not. I feel like she's not. I don't feel like she's 6 weeks pregnant. I don't feel like she's 6 months pregnant. I just don't believe it, you guys. I don't know. I also thought she said 6 months, but maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, this woman is claiming that a inside source from Justin Bieber's record label is saying that Hailey is pregnant. And I just don't feel like she is. I just don't feel like she is. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And like I said, you guys, I think I said this on yesterday's Vertical Live. If I am wrong and Hailey is pregnant, I will literally put on a clown nose. I will fully wear a clown nose. I will not eat crow, but I will wear a clown nose. But for some reason, my gut is just telling me that she's not pregnant. I feel like something is going on, whereas Hailey would rather people think that she's pregnant than have people speculating as to what really could be going on. That's what I believe. I think Hailey would rather have people think she might be pregnant than have people talk about Justin allegedly struggling with his mental health, like that Entertainment Tonight source said. I think she would rather have people think she's pregnant than have people think they're having marital issues. I think she would rather have people think she's pregnant than have people asking about Diddy and Justin and if something happened in the past. I think for her, the pregnancy rumor is her preference compared to people talking about other things. I just, for some reason, do not think she's pregnant. And I might be wrong. Like I said, if I am wrong, I am woman enough to admit it. I will put on my big girl pants and I will tell y'all, jokes on mother effing me. But I really do not believe that she's pregnant. And I honestly think it's kind of out of bounds for this radio host to go out on such a limb and say, I can't wait to see what the Bieber baby's gonna look like. Miss ma'am. Miss ma'am. No. And you know, normally I would say this might be somebody paying this radio host to put this rumor out there with such chutzpah. But the person who would pay for Justin to have certain stories is no longer on Justin's team. So I can't even blame Kick Push for this, aka Scooter. Because he's not in the picture anymore. You know what I mean? Caitlin said, I hope she is, and I hope they can wait until they sort out their paths in life. It would be crazy to intentionally get pregnant when they're going through so much, allegedly. That's kind of how I feel too. Chris, the radio host is claiming that it's a inside source from Justin Bieber's record label. So that's what she's saying. Fatima said, usually a live watcher, but going to have to rewind today and be an after watcher. Appreciate nonetheless. Hi, Fatima. Hi. Zaya said, do you think Justin and Usher are still friends? I don't know if they're still friends, but I think they might be communicating if there's Diddy stuff going on. I think they might be cordial and they might be communicating right now. Jocelyn said, I wish both the best, whatever it is. Exactly. Felicia, hi. Love myself some Texas. We have covered quite a bit. We covered Taylor and Travis, Selena, Kim and Khloe, the Royals, J-Lo and Ben Affleck, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, 50 Cent, Vanderpump Rules. So just rewind and catch up on the tea. Normie said, wouldn't Hailey come out to deny it though? To deny the pregnancy or to deny which part of it, Normie? Which part? I feel like Hailey doesn't mind people thinking that she's pregnant. Again, I feel like for her, she would rather have people asking that question than asking about the status of their marriage and asking about Justin's mental health and possibly other things that could have affected Justin's mental health. You know what I mean? Jessica said, I think if there was, Usher unfortunately served Justin to Diddy. Kim said, it's all Diddy, Justin is scared. Yeah. And then Lee said, finally caught the live all the way from South Africa. Oh my God, I'm so happy. It's literally 2 a.m. here. I've been studying. Lee's, hi. I'm so happy you caught this live as well. Terry said, where is Justin B's R&B album? We've heard mixed reviews about Justin putting out music. I feel like we've heard that he is working on new things, and then we've also heard he's not going to do new things. So it's kind of like, who knows? Brittany said, do they live together now? Brittany, good question. Because remember, we heard that Justin doesn't spend every night at the house. Allegedly. Allegedly. A source told that to In Touch Weekly, that Justin does let Hailey have her space. Or they're letting each other have space right now. Song of the Fear said, I'm nervous for her. What if they were trying and couldn't, and now people speculating that she is? That would be crushing. That would be really bad. I hope that's not the case. I truly, in my gut, feel like she's not pregnant. They're not even trying, and that she would just rather have people speculate about that than other things. Because the thing about a pregnancy rumor and allegation, you guys, is the moment that Hailey steps out in public in something that shows her stomach, it's over. The pregnancy allegations are done, kaput, complete. She doesn't even need to put an Instagram story up or address it, because the moment she steps out in public, we're all going to be able to put 2 and 2 together. Which might be why she didn't go to the Met Gala, because she's like, no, let's keep this going a little bit longer while some things are happening behind the scenes. Who knows? Or, you guys, it's also quite possible Justin and Hailey just are doing them and they don't want to be in public right now. Maybe they're just like, you know what? It actually has nothing to do with pregnancy rumors. It has nothing to do with Justin's mental health. It has nothing to do with Diddy. All of you guys are crazy. You're speculating too much, and we're just doing us and don't want to be in the public. That's also possible. You know what I mean? Lex said, Dumois, even though we don't give her credibility, LOL, said that her intel is that if people knew what was really going on with them, they would understand that they're definitely not getting a divorce. That is true. Dumois posted that a while ago, that people are going to feel bad once they realize what's going on with Justin and Hailey, which I think is kind of pointing to your point of maybe something's going on with her fertility and everyone's judging and everyone, you know, whatever. But it also could point to maybe Justin's going through something and his mental health is struggling and blah, blah, blah. I also think too, I also struggle with that whole notion of once you realize what's really been going on, you're going to feel horrible for speculating. I struggle with that because at the end of the day, at least here in the House of Hill, we speculate without any malice behind it. We are not trying to hurt anyone. We are not trying to be, you know, hateful. We're not trying to spread vitriol. We are, at the end of the day, discussing tea that is already out there. So for me personally, whenever we find out what's going on with the Biebers, however serious it may be, I won't feel bad for this because we're not doing it with any hatred in our heart. We're doing it because this tea is out there and we're nosy and it's interesting. And whenever it is revealed what the Biebers are going through, we'll discuss it with the utmost respect. You know what I mean? And the utmost empathy, and we will have that discussion when the day comes. But until that point, if a radio host is out here claiming on TikTok that she has an inside source claiming that Hailey is 6 whatever pregnant, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to speculate about it. And I'm not going to feel bad. And no one's going to make me feel guilty. So no one make you feel guilty either. You know what I mean? Like, we're just gabbing, having a good time. And again, whenever something real happens, we will discuss it with the utmost respect. But until then, I stand by what I said, and I don't think that Hailey's pregnant. So that is my final thoughts on that. All right, you guys, that is all the tea I have for you. This was a long happy hour hang. So the fact that still over 320 of you are here and I've been talking for 94 minutes is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking with me. If you're here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so. Please, please, please. Hi, Katie Gomez. Oh my God, I miss you. How's everyone? I got my hair done today while enjoying a yummy mimosa. Happy Mother's Day to me. Happy Mother's Day, Katie. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms in the House of Hill. I hope you have the most fantastic, fantastic day. Also, for everyone who is not able to celebrate with their mom, I love you. I am sending you so many positive vibes and prayers, and know that I'm sending you the biggest hug. You guys, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification bell is on, so that way whenever I'm laughing. Terry said, not long enough in my opinion. Terry said, girl, can we go for 2 hours? And Terry, never say never. You guys, make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok at I am Madison Hill. We're going to do a little Disney staycation this weekend for Mama Hill's Mother's Day. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be very chill. We're staying at the hotel. We're doing a little cabana by the pool. So I'll make sure I put some posts together to share that Mother's Day little staycation with y'all. We're going to a baseball game on Friday, which I personally think is more of a gift from Papa Hilton himself than to Mama Hill, but then we're doing the Disney staycation afterwards. So I will definitely put together some fun videos to share the weekend with you guys. And yeah, you guys have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your weekend. Make sure we're keeping up with our health challenge. I'm on my second Stanley of the day. I'll check in with y'all on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Happy weekend. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your evening, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.